of the week. It was Manchester United went to Etihad.
The Etihad.
Grab
and
3 points
in the space of 6 weeks. Pep has lost to twice. Okay. At this point, we've been whispering it, but now let's officially say it.
Say it.
Man City are out of the title race.
Period. I agree
because
with you.
the truth is this: we've been following the Premier League since 1993, and we are free to say it here. No one wins the Premier League by losing 5 matches. No one. Pep has lost 5 in the league already. And when you realize the fact that he is yet to go to places that normally he doesn't get results, he is yet to go to White Hart Lane. He is yet to go to the Etihad. He is yet to go to Old Trafford. He's yet to go to Anfield, sorry. He's yet to go to
Old Trafford.
The Emirates. He's yet to go to Old Trafford.
Forget about
These are places that they will find it hard to get results. And you've already lost 5. At this point, we should say it's over. But the truth is this: at this point, at a point in that game, I started feeling for Pep. Where I started feeling for Pep, in all honesty, I started feeling for Pep was actually at the 86th minute. If you realize one thing in that game, the moment City scored, it was as if United went to sleep. United just didn't turn up.
Yeah.
It was until that penalty. That was when it was as if something was awoken in the devil.
Yeah.
Something scared the devil.
Can do something.
And they could actually do something. And I think Pep's expression said it all. The moment, I've always said I've had my doubts about Matheus Nunes. He proved it yesterday. You lost that ball. All you needed to do was you get there and just stay on your man. The next thing they did was, as that tackle got in, the cameraman, I think he was paid to do that. He just went to Pep and I saw Pep's hand. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, they've done it to Pep again. At that point, I said, okay, you know what? I think City has lost this game. No surprises. Upstairs, Bruno Fernandes, he converts the penalty.
Now, let me ask you something. Jeffers.
Yeah.
There's something Amorim did, and it really shocked me when the team news came out. No Rashford, no Garnacho.
I said it. I said, if he wants to win this game, those 2 guys should be nowhere. Actually, Kegze, I just mentioned Kegze.
They were not even on the bench.
Yeah, they got information later that it was actually a WhatsApp conversation he sent to both of them that they are not making the team squad. And the truth is this. This is where I keep on saying it. It takes guts to make that decision. And this is a man who knows that basically, at this point, these guys have been pampered a lot. It's time to make decisions. I said this about Rashford, that I personally feel Rashford is not a bad player, but I feel at this point he's better off leaving United because I do not see any reason. I don't see him fighting for that shirt again. And no surprises, the story we're hearing this morning was that, as it is, Rashford actually has been asked to find a club in January. He's leaving. Basically, he's going to be the first casualty of the Amorim era. He's going. He's been told to find a new club because basically the club is now looking at life without him. As for Garnacho, I've said it severally. That young man feels like he has arrived because the person who is meant to be challenging him in that position
is not even doing well.
It's not even doing well. Now, you see, one thing is this. This is one thing a new manager effect actually does to a team. When a new manager comes, it's a case of tabula rasa. Everybody is starting on a clean slate. Whatever offenses you have made, they are forgiven. Now you have to justify. And that is why, no surprises, all of a sudden we're actually seeing Anthony get some playing time. But the truth is this: let's be honest with ourselves. Ever since Amorim came, has anything changed with Rashford?
Nothing.
Not.
Nothing.
It tells you basically that this young man's head is no longer here. There is so much a manager can actually take. I remember when Arteta actually took over at Arsenal. I remember when he actually said the first thing he did was funny enough. The first thing he did was he actually put the most creative player in that team on the bench, and he said basically he can't fit into my plans. I for one I was mad. A lot of Arsenal fans were mad. Like, this is basically the only source we can have to actually create chances, and then you're putting him on the bench.
Are you mad?
And after 5 games, we actually understood why. In fact, I think one commentator summarized it in simple English. He said, Mesut Ozil is the most useless player on the pitch of play without the ball. And if you looked at it, it was the truth. Ozil doesn't defend. Ozil is only creative when he has the ball with him up front. Anything without the ball is a passenger on the field. The same thing with Garnacho. I look at Garnacho and I feel like, young man, you're still playing as if you look like you're in primary 2. You think you're in the academy. Dude, this is the Premier League, it's real life. If you cannot take the heat, stay out of the kitchen. It's as simple as that. Right now, Mazraoui is doing a better job. Funny enough, as a wing back. I remember when we had this argument with Bishop, and I told Bishop, I said, I do not see any reason why Amad Diallo should be on the bench for
on the bench.
Because this young man has proven time and time again that whenever he's needed to deliver on that pitch,
absolutely,
he
delivers.
And when you saw
what do you think Eric Ten Hag will be thinking now? What will be what will be in his mind?
He goofed. Eric Ten Hag goofed big time. This was all his fault. Another issue I want to point out here is this. Before I get to City, for me, honestly, we don't always pray for players downfall, but the truth is, at this point, we need to actually give our thoughts to Mason Mount. Because at the point Mason Mount went down on that pitch,
it's all over.
The only thing that came to my mind was, here we go
again.
I don't know who has this guy offended. I beg, forgive him, because he doesn't deserve what he's getting. I mean, I see a player who is willing to actually give everything to at least prove that he wants to be a part of this project. And every time an injury comes up, and it takes him back to square one.
And it could take him back.
Right now, this one might take him up to January.
Several weeks. And he has not scored one goal for Manchester United. One goal.
I think he has one goal. And funny enough, that goal was actually when he came back from an injury.
An injury? Oh, okay.
Yes.
We're going to find
he came back from an injury to get that goal. So basically, he's going back to the injury table. I'm worried. Just like I'm worried for Luke Shaw. Is this a point where you should be talking about this player should actually be looking at retirement? It's a case of concern.
Yes.
Because the injuries are actually getting frequent. Anyway, let's move to Manchester City. Now,
please do.
At this point, let me say it. The problem right now is not Pep. It's his players. Because I am seeing a City team that is low on confidence. Completely.
Absolutely.
Have you noticed one thing with City? In every game they've played in so far, the very moment they concede is as if you've deflated a balloon. They lose all hope. They just stop playing. The truth is this: Pep is doing the best with what he's got. But I think obviously at the back of his mind, there's going to be some regrets. Regret number one, you should have let Cole Palmer stay. Regret number two, you should have let Julio Alvarez stay.
Yes.
Because right now, we are not arguing it. It is very, very obvious to anyone that can see that Kevin De Bruyne is not informed. He isn't.
Absolutely, I agree
To
with
make matters worse, Phil Foden
is
not informed.
It's also not informed. And Gundogan is old.
Jack Grealish is not informed.
That is useless.
If Gundogan has played the best of his football and left it at FC Barcelona, this is not the Gundogan that actually creates the Premier League. It's a shadow of himself. We keep on saying it severally that it is not a surprise to anyone that in this Manchester City squad, how many goals has City gotten in the Premier League this season? Does it surprise you that only Helen Haaland has 13? While Josko Vadio has 8. That is 21 goals. If you take out those two players, where are the goals coming from?
0.
Last season, you had a Grealish contribute.
Yes.
You had a Doku contribute. You had a Foden contribute. Foden actually majorly contributed.
Yeah.
This season, you had an Alvarez contribute. Currently, no one is contributing. The question we are asking is, where are City going to get the goals from? Because the truth is this.
Do you think they'll go to the market in January? They have to.
They will go to the market in January. They have no choice. But this is my problem. Not only are you going to go and look for a defensive midfielder to shore up the defense line, but also you need to look at a backup for Erling Haaland. Because the truth is this, we've said it.
If Haaland don't play anything, yesterday, he's useless.
If Haaland doesn't get the ball, he's useless. My problem is there is no one on the substitute bench. Previously, we used to have an Oscar Bob who could actually come in and do something. There is no backup. So what do City do? It's a crisis. I think at this point, every Manchester City player should actually sit back, go to the video analysts for Manchester City, and take tapes of their last 11 matches, and then ask themselves, guys, we have fumbled. It's not working.
It's not working.
It's not working. These players have not turned up at all.
Yeah. Jevas, this is how far we can go tonight. Our viewers, please smash the like on the video, subscribe to the channel. It's been a fantastic week.
Always drop your comments. Drop your comments on the channel. If you drop your comments, I'm always there to come and talk to them. I like controversy. Let me come and put in my own points there.
All right, Jeffers, thank you so much. Thank you so much, bro. All right, thank you. All right, people, smash the like on the video, subscribe to our channel. This is how far we can go. And subscribe, share the video, and like the video. Thank you so much, guys. On the same time where we come back for the preview of the number 17, that's game week 17. I'm going to say, people, take it easy. Bye for now.